Well, I wonder if my dad would be proud of me for today. And John, I served the Almighty Lord Mammon today. It was it was quite something. I intend on trying to do that, as much as often as I can drag my ass out to go do it. Um, I made $80. I ran around, delivered things to like a bunch of people, bunch of pizzas, burgers, pies, fries, candy, chips, drinks, and just oh yeah. I worked. I went from like 3 or 3:30 to like 10:30 p.m. I didn't stop for pretty much anything. I was like dash after dash after dash after dash after dash, dash and mania. And when I'd be in somewhere where I could, had an opportunity to pick up a energy drink or a Slurpee or something, I would, go ahead and try to multitask and do that while I'm picking up other people's orders and stuff. And if I had a little break in between where the app was fucking up or something, then I would take the time, like I took some time to grab some burritos, which I still have most of them. I ate like maybe one or two. I think I only ate one. But dashing, I'm a dashing man. Yeah, I made $80, but I fucking drove probably over 100 miles today, back and forth all over the place. You know, so at least $30 of the 80 that I made today is just gonna reimburse me for the gas that I fucking used, basically. So really, I spent about 7 hours driving all over the place, dicking around with stuff and getting the runaround from the app. And really, I made about $50, I guess. And put like an extra 120, 130 miles of wear and tear on the car in doing so. But, it was a slow day and I didn't have you see, you have to get up to like, to where you've got, good ratings and you fulfilled, up 100 or upwards of 100 orders before, and you accept every stupid thing they send you. They want you to go 10 miles for $2 or something. You do it. You just do it. They want you to go to the middle of bumfuck Egypt for $2. No, just do it. You start out like that to build up your number of dashes and acceptance rate and everything to get to the point where you got like 100 and something, right? And then you can get to where you're like a preferred dasher or something, right? And then you can dash anywhere, anytime. You don't have to schedule. You don't have to wait around until there's a hot spot. You can just say dash now. Click on it and go anytime, anywhere. And then they'll send you preferred, better, higher dollar orders more often. If you keep up doing what you're told like that, then, and when you get to that and you got your pizza bag and your red card. I got the red card already. I'll order the freaking pizza bag and everything, which that just brings up your status or something. Buying the pizza bag or something brings up your status, so you can get more orders and stuff too, I guess. And then, but still, I didn't really make that much money. I basically made like, you know, minimum wage from like 10 or 15 years ago or something. I drove around a lot. It's not going to cover a lot of bills. But if I go and bust ass like that enough, make a little bit of a dent in the bills, a little bit, and yeah, just get it down. Just you kind of got to get into like robo mode or whatever, like most people do. Just go fucking do it. Just do it. Just go do it. Just robo mode it. Robo mode it. Start out pretend like you're playing a fucking video game or something. Your mission is to pick up pizzas from this place. I'm gonna deliver them to this place, and they're trying to run a clock out on you. Their clock is fucked, dude. Like I can't make like their clock deadline because their estimations are not realistic because they haven't taken into consideration, the reality of how slow people can be, how long lines can be, how they might only have one checkout line open out of nine, uh, how long traffic lights can take, how slow people in traffic can be, how the freaking lights and the walk lights and stuff and pedestrians can just walk across the street and you got to watch out for them and so on and so forth, and how long it takes to try to find a number on a house in the dark in some place you've never been, and how many times the GPS leads you in the wrong fucking direction and go around in circles and circles and circles until you have to figure it out your damn self, so on and so forth, right? And how long it takes when you get to a restaurant and they don't have the shit ready and you gotta just kind of sit there and like, yeah, da, 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 da. I've been sitting, waiting, wishing they would get this shit already done, you know? And then almost everybody is like hiding in their house behind their surveillance camera or house or apartment or whatever. And they're like, do not knock, do not ring the bell, simply set the food on the ground outside, and then stand there like an idiot for however long it takes for the app to work so you can take a picture of it in order to confirm that it's there. And then you just walk away. And once we're assured that you're long gone, we might come out of our hidey hole, and get the food that you've left on the ground, possibly. That's what almost everyone does. The you know true COVID believers, or just people who see how fucked up the world is and how dangerous and crazy so many people are and shit too. They really put the fear of I'll say the fear of the devil in us, basically, really over everybody. Everybody's afraid of everyone. People can't be friendly or cordial anymore for the most part. Everybody's thinking that everybody else is like bad and dangerous or something all the time, and I mean they've done it to me too, but I mean I can see it's everywhere. Like we're all fucking freaked the hell out and scared of one another and hiding in our fucking hidey holes and shit, basically, kind of. And the weird, crazy thing is, I'm doing it to some extent, less than the others are. Kind of. Shit, man, I've hung out with probably. Well, let's not get into that. Let's just say dangerous, scary people. Many, many times. Very dangerous, very scary people. I've hung out with them, had chats with them, sat around in vulnerable position with them nearby. Yeah. Well, kind of vulnerable. I mean, I'm not vulnerable. I am impenetrable and indestructible. I am Iron Man. Oh man, look at me! I made money today by busting ass and hauling ass and bringing people much food. Yeah, I don't know. I think I must have went to like 20 something places today. Honestly, I think the app might have screwed up and screwed me out of some money, but I think so. I mean, I think I should have been like $100 at least by the time I quit. But the app crashed like almost a half a dozen times, and I also missed out on like 3 or 4 dashes that I would have had the app not froze or crashed or had some kind of freaking weird error. Like a couple of times it sent me to Jack in a Box, right? And then I get there and it tried to send me somewhere else, and I'm like, why the fuck you telling me to pull into Jack in the Box and then telling me to go to Safeway or something when I'm already here at Jack in the Box? I freaking backing up on a street where you're not supposed to do that so I can get into Jack in the Box without having to go around the block again. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to get around and get shit done, you know. Dude, yeah, I drove like I don't know how much 110, miles or something like that today. Driving around place to place just delivering food orders for $2 here, $5 there, $8 there, you know. At least the worst one was one where I had to go like 10 frickin' miles for like $2.25 or some shit. Like that was well, I didn't have to. I could have not accepted it, but I just did because I don't know. I've been talking to a guy that's been, that's got like preferred dasher status, that's done like about a couple thousand delivery orders already, and he's been traveling all across the country doing the shit. And he said how he got preferred dasher status pretty quick, just bust ass for a week or whatever the fuck, or and accept all the orders, no matter how shit they are. Because once you get to like 100 and you get up into the preferred status, you get higher paying orders and you get, better stuff. And you can hit dash now anytime, any place. So he's been able to fund his trip back and forth across the country just by dashing along the way, which seems like a handy thing to be able to do. He's been able to take care of his food and his gas and everything just by dashing the fuck around when he needs to. And he's been crashing in his car. I don't know how keen I am on that, but I mean, I think it's a good thing probably to get it down pat so all the best places to sleep, when and where to sleep, when and where to go. Toughen the fuck up to it, man up to it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I guess it is. I mean, I don't want to freaking do that. But I'll be honest, man. What is it? You know, and what is it he says in Apocalypse Now Redux? Every second Charlie spends out in the jungle, they get stronger. Every second I spend in this room, I get weaker. You know, kind of, yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like I'm getting fucking softer and shit, sitting around on my pillows, looking at my TV, my microwave, and all this kind of shit. I mean, the way this country is headed, and financial situation is probably headed. I should be like out in the jungle in a tree. No, I should be in the woods in a tree, waiting for a deer to come along so I can jump on its back and slit its throat and skin it alive. Eat it raw so I can be like, yeah, no, I know shit. Live under a fucking log or something. Toughen the fuck up. I'm too goddamn soft with my comfy beds and my lazy shit, my drinking and my staring at fucking boob tube and shit all the time, man. Not going and doing enough crap. I'm one of the strongest fuckers you could imagine, honestly. I'm the most capable fuckers you could imagine in a lot of ways. I just don't like getting fucking screwed. That's what I've been resisting. I don't like the fact that it costs $1,500 a month to rent a place, and I have to sell a ridiculous amount of hours of every single day and be stuck stationary in one place to get a little bit of money that isn't enough to even pay to have a place to sleep and call home. And it pisses me the fuck off, you know? But it's time to maybe just accept how fucked things are and just live with it and fucking go do what I gotta do. Recognize that it's fucked up, but stop whining about it and just go fucking be a good little slave bitch to the mammon motherfucker and sleep in a car and fucking, you know, do what it is and hope the universe brings along something better here somewhere, sometime. I should be able to make more money. If I just start hitting it hard, and stop being a little bitch or whatever, and just get out and do it, get out and do it and do it and do it. And even if I'm not making that much money, it's fucking, even if I'm making like half minimum wage, basically, after the cost of fuel and the wear and tear on my vehicle, I'm pretty sure I've got a good uh, vehicle that was well maintained throughout its life that can handle the shit, I think. Sure hope so. Well, and I have watched some weird movies in the last couple of nights. I kind of like them. Strange movies I've never seen before. They're like, huh, interesting. Never heard of them. Never seen them. Never heard of them. I think the one I liked best was called Ghost Town. like 1986 or something. Some sheriff walks into some like town that's manifested by ghosts and has to fight off the ghosts, ghost weapons or something. Yeah, like zombie ghost things or whatever in the old west town. Yeah, no, that's that was fun. And there's one where a bunch of robots are like somebody designs a bunch of security robots to guard a shopping center, and then the security robots go fucking like bat shit and start killing a bunch of teenagers in the mall, and they have to try to fight off the killer robots. And I won't spoil it anymore for you. I think that's like what's it called? No, it's decent, but this is a decent movie. Another '80s thing. It's like shoot, chopping spree. You know, it's not, like instead of shopping spree, it's called chopping spree. I think, if I remember correctly. Thank you for shopping with us. Just goddamn. Now it's kind of funny and stuff, and a lot of brutality. And if you find the ones that aren't censored by the television, I believe there's some nice, '80s rack in there, and so on and so forth. Some '80s titties, hot chicks, you know. Oh, sorry. I just started laughing because there's some other thing about, I don't even remember what the hell this is called. Some sort of thing on a train with somebody making zombies on a train or something now. I was laughing because they had this guy like weekly swinging an axe at a freaking padlock, and the padlock just comes open. Like, I was like, I couldn't help but like laugh my ass off at that. It's like, yeah, that will not work, ever, ever, ever. They show stuff like that in movies. It's like, yeah, right. I do not think padlock means what you think it means. Now they got like a lame fucking special effect with like a model train that's you're supposed to think is real. Dump some flour on the model train. They would think it is really real. It's being snowed on, man. Fuck, we ain't got no flour. We have to use cocaine. Hey, man. Hey, man. I can sit here on the end and just fucking kind of snore as the train goes by, man. All right. Yeah, that's good thinking, Tony. I know, right? You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Man, that's such a bad guy, ain't it? I deliver your fucking pizza. You got no respect. No respect. Oh. Mm. So let me think. God, I delivered a lot of pizza and hamburgers. And I think one order, I'll tell you the whole address, but the number part of the address was 420. And I didn't, I think it was kids that ordered or something. Like young teenagers or like preteens, maybe. I don't know. It's like, leave it at the door. But the thing, DoorDash makes you stand around and take a taking picture of the thing at the door, and then click confirm, and then yes, confirm, yes, confirm, yes, confirm, fucking work, you know. And it takes forever sometimes for the thing to load for to actually get a picture. And I was using like my shitty phone that I'm talking at now, which has a bit of an issue with taking pictures in the dark. And then I was trying to find all these addresses in like the pitch black and stuff, which I would just get approximately to where the thing told me to be. If there was anybody happen to stand around, I'd ask them. If not, I would just, or either way, I would just park the car somewhere, wherever the hell I thought I could. And I'd get out and like try to turn the flashlight on the phone and like walk up to everybody's house and like shine shit at it and try to figure out like, okay, where's the address? Is it this way? Is it that way? And I just walk wherever the heck I had to again set it on a porch and have to take another picture in the dark. That was during the times when it was dark. I mean, in the daytime, I was setting people's nice cold drinks and stuff, and a lot of their porches were like directly exposed to the sunlight when it was like hot during the day. They're like, just leave it on the hot slab of cement on the porch in front of the house directly in the sun where it will melt all the ice and destroy my drink and shit. Like, okay, if you insist. Just leave all the food on the ground where the animals can come along and eat it if I don't get to it fast enough. Surely will. All right then. I'll just stand here for 5 or 10 minutes waiting for this to be able to actually get a freaking picture of the crap so I can set it and hit confirm and get the hell out of here. Look, I made $2. Yay! Fuck, man. Honestly, I do kind of prefer this like mode of doing things though. Driving around, basically I can say fuck it, I quit anytime and then start back up again later. I can say, oh, I had to take a shit, I had to take a piss, pause. I'm gonna go over here, get a freaking energy drink, use the bathroom, hit play, go do it some more. I can say, hey, I want to start now, whenever the hell I want. Eventually it gets to that. I'm not quite there yet, but building up to it, to where I can just start whenever I want, not just whenever I want, but wherever I want, and end wherever, whenever I want, and just keep going and keep making money as long as I want, and just when I get to a point where I want to stop, I can just say quit and then start back up whenever the hell I feel like it. I like that. That's kind of like, you know, freedom. Because I get that, then, I mean, it's not exactly home. I don't like, I mean, I want to have a place to call my own cave and to hang up my paintings and my posters and my freaking tapestries and my lights and put my freaking lava lamp on a desk somewhere and my click clack balls and all my other cool shit and have my and set up my projector and pull down my projector screen and mount my projector on the ceiling, have my space and have my bookshelf full of books and I want all that. I want all that. I definitely want all of that. But I have also learned over this last year that the lyrics of that what's that song? God dang it. It's like, fuck your money, fuck your possessions, only obsession. I don't need that shit. Take my money, take my obsession. You know, what is that? God, what is that freaking song called? No, but it's like the things you own you. It's kind of true. No, that is fucking true. There's a lot of truth to that, dude. Because I can't tell you, like, if it wasn't for all the stuff I had in storage and all the excess stuff and just all the space that the stuff takes up, even the car, like, I would have, like, if I had started out and just had the money in the account and had nothing at all, I would have immediately just, you know, got some clothes, loaded it up in a single bag or two or something, and I would have hopped on a train, went across country, walked all over the place, had adventures, blah blah blah. But because of like things that your things, there's the people and the possessions are like a ball and chain that tie you to a spot and keep you like trapped there, kind of. Yeah, absolutely. And the more stuff you have, the more weight you have on your back that you have to try to carry if you want to, if you care about the stuff. And if you can't afford to carry all that weight, then you're stuck right where the fuck you are, and you ain't going nowhere. You ain't getting nowhere until you let that shit go. Let it fucking go. Fucking burn it, blow it up, give it away, fuck it all, let it go, right? And I'm just saying this. I'm not saying this just for people who, listen or whatever. This is more of this thing is like my own personal journal to myself more than anything else. Honestly. Trying to talk myself into these things. I think the thing with like starting on like door dashing or any other kind of thing, if you could try to think of it like you're in a live video game, because that's what we're in basically, is a video game. Or I'm in like kind of a crappy free version that has like pay version things. Like if you go and try to play online Sims game or some shit like that, and they have to where like people who have money can buy a bunch of tokens and spend those tokens and upgrade their character massively, and now their character, because they had money to begin with, their character lives in a giant mansion and blah 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 with a swimming pool, and he's got a private jet and he flies across the world, blah 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 blah. And then there's the people who start out and they have no money and they get fucking nowhere, basically. Well, apparently the user of my character has not paid attention to my needs and not paid for the tokens and so on in order to get me fucking upgrades. You know what I mean? Just basically let me die off here. I gotta get moving. Doing my goddamn self. Fuck them. Right? It's just, I'm at a full realization right now that what I'm doing, I'm not fucking moving ahead. I'm just putting a fucking band-aid on a bullet wound pretty much. I'm yeah. You get a big band-aid and we'll put it on that bullet wound. It's gonna keep bleeding, but it'll bleed a little less, a little slower, you know. You're not gonna like totally heal it and make everything better all of a sudden and move into your mansion in the sky unless you win the fucking lottery, right? Pretty much. But never have a home or anything. Maybe you could, if you bust ass all the time more, you'll gain enough people's respect and so on and shit that you'll start having more opportunities, more doors open to you, and maybe somebody you can get some fucking low income housing eventually because you'd be like, I have a job. Look at me. Look at my earnings. Look at all the things that I have done. Look at how many hours of my life that I have sold to the Lord Mammon. You must give me a place that I may rent now. You know? And they might be like, good, good, he is serving Lord Mammon. We shall reward him. Could be, could be. Look how well he serves our Lord Mammon. Yes, yes. He does not make hardly any money, but he busts his ass. Good for him. Maybe we shall allow him to have a roof over his head and walls to hang posters on, so long as he continues to never ending fealty and service towards our Lord Mammon. That's pretty much where we're at here, dude. Yep. Just, I gotta laugh at it to be honest, but like, I gotta go fucking do it, Screw it. Fuck it. Play the stupid video game that I don't even want to fucking play. But, whatever. It's not so bad. It's delivery shit. I got a little bit of freedom and like I can say no or I can go get the money and it would give me more. I mean, if I run out of fucking dough or something in the future, I'm gonna need that DoorDash and any other fucking shit like it. Because that'll give me the ability, at least. I don't want to keep pissing away my money either. I don't. But if I'm gonna start sleeping in a fucking car, I want to like know that I have a plan where to sleep, when to sleep, how to do so in such a way, in such a place where I'm not going to be noticed and I'm not going to be messed with. I'm going to have some little modicum of fucking privacy and actually be able to catch some Z's, you know what I mean? Enough Z's to be able to have the energy and I need to be able to catch Z's. I need to be able to have food to eat. I need to be able to have enough, maintain enough, physical health so that I don't die in my car somewhere and be hopefully safe enough to not be murdered and not have to defend myself with violent force and so on. I don't want to have to do, hurt anyone either, you know what I mean? It's not just about me being safe. I mean, I can stop people trying to attack me with fucking extreme prejudice if I have to, but I would never want it to have to come to that, and being like yay far away from anybody who might try to attack you that close to you, that's not good. I don't like anybody being able to get that close. This is why I like rooms and space. Also, I'm claustrophobic. Yes, claustrophobia is a thing, and I am claustrophobic. Yes. I like big, expansive spaces. I don't like small spaces. I really have to go into like robo mode or whatever and kind of shut down certain parts of my brain and stuff. I'm having to learn to like work on like shutting down parts of my brain and personality just to be able to fucking exist in this mode of existence to not be constantly freaking the fuck out, honestly. It's like when I first went and DoorDashed, even just for like the first like 40 minutes when I made like I actually got the for the option for the 14.50 plus tips. And I went 40 minutes. I only did 2 orders and I made about 14.50. I didn't do an even entire because my phone was almost dead at the time. I had like started out with like 30 fucking percent and I didn't wasn't charging for shit. Nothing was working horribly. And yeah, but I got my first couple of dashes in. I was like freaking the hell out, dude. Yeah. I was kind of like more chill this time. Hadn't hardly slept at all. I didn't sleep at all last night. I got like a 2 hour nap, you know, starting at I I didn't I didn't even go and like pay for the room again until like 10 a.m. because they were fucking busy dicking around or sleeping or whatever the fuck, and I was thinking about leaving to save the 350 and just go directly to my car, but I had not yet really figured out a acceptable way to block the light from the windows or exactly, like for instance, there's a number of things. Okay, I have a couple ideas for now for places to sleep, but I wonder how long can I do it? And I know that in order for me to be able to sleep, I need to be able to block out the light at least, even if I have to curl up into a ball. I mean, I'm like 6'3". I honestly have no idea how much I weigh right now, but like in general, I was around, you know, a year ago or maybe earlier than that. I was still about holding around about 6'3", 220 pounds. So for me to curl up in the back seat of a car to sleep, seems a little cramped. And this other dude's like, yeah, I have like my pillow. Like you have your pillow, do you? Like my entire life from the time I was a tiny, tiny little baby or whatever, a child, from the time when I had a bed, right? Except for the couple of very short little jail stints, week or less here, a couple times. Aside from that, I always slept in a bed. I've slept in cots too. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've slept in pretty much a bed, pretty much all the time. With about two pillows underneath my head, one on top of my head, one in between my legs, and one that I hold in my arms. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 pillows. Absolutely. In order for me to feel comfortable, I need 5 pillows, feet tucked under the blanket over my fucking head, or at least a pillow over my head. Possibly both. Yeah, right? These days, sometimes I sweat my ass off. I was talking to this dude, he's like, yeah, I've been wearing the same clothes for 4 months. They smell fine. I've got a bag of clothes. I haven't washed any of my clothes in 4 months. I just switch back and forth, cycle in between them. It's fine. He's like in fucking 90, 100-degree weather and shit. Stuff like, really? Damn, dude. Because like every freaking week, I fill up a bag. I fill up like 4 full size, heavy duty like trash bag of laundry that smells like a bum's nutsack. Probably, I would imagine, right? Like on a pretty much weekly basis and go fucking wash it at the laundromat. And he's like, dude, I haven't washed my clothes in 4 months and they're fucking fine. God damn. And he's like, yeah, don't be a bitch, sleep in your car. I was like, okay, Mr. Robot. Now, I mean, clearly people can, and I know I can do it too. You can tap into some sort of shit where you basically turn into a kind of a robot and normal human freaking issues cease to, normal issues of humanity like sleep and sweating and the need to eat and et cetera, and all the normal human things that people need if they're actually human kind of cease to exist because you are existing in a sort of a robo existence and you become a robot kind of. I get that. I know that that's a thing, and I am capable of going there. I just haven't really done a lot of much of that, and I doesn't seem quite right to me. I very much doth protest it, but I think that's pretty much the only way to go here. Not really a choice. It's sort of a mandatory fucking thing. So, gotta stop thinking that I'm a vessel on the sea that can sail the seas of life and guide the direction. I'm more of a log at the mercy of the sea, floating in any direction it wishes to push me in. And the only thing resisting the direction it wishes to push me in brings me is suffering, you know? Pretty much. Pretty much. So go be a good robot, boy. Yes, I shall do that. Eek, eek, ack, right? Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Your pizza is running late. I have only made very little money in delivering it. We shall take a photograph of it so you can avoid further human contact. Hide in your cave and watch me with your Ring doorbell while I stand here like a psycho and take a picture of your fucking bag of food laying on the fucking ground. Because this is what you have required of me. Right? Hmm. Well, who knows? Maybe if I get to be a good dasher one day, I can be a dancer. And I level up more and I'll be a prancer. One level up from that, I'm a vixen. Comet Cupid, Donner Blitzen. And when I'm blitzing, I'll be blitzing for schnitzing. You dig? Alright then. Y'all have a good day now. But eat. That's all, folks.